We can edit through it later.
Attack me like that.
Our country is North Korea. My name is Cassidy Sackett.
I'm Jenna Loretta.
My name is Minta, and not gonna see my last name.
My name's Julia. Call me.
Okay. And we're in econ class.
Yay.
Yeah.
North Korea is a socialist country and has a total dictatorship. Its government is inspired by Russia, where the primary principle is self-reliance on its national resources. The constitution was adapted by the country in 1998 and has been updated in 2016. North Korea is a member of the United Nations. It was admitted on September 17, 1991, along with South Korea. In North Korea, it's illegal to buy, sell, and rent houses. Today, only the super rich and wealthy people can buy their own houses. One-story houses in big cities are owned by the government. Real estate in North Korea is used to earn income. North Korea is a country in East Asia. It obtains the northern section of the Korean Peninsula, which extends between the East Sea and the Yellow Sea. 55% of the peninsula's land is covered by North Korea and is also bordered by China and Russia. North Korea can be characterized as mostly mountains and valleys. The country typically has a cool continental climate where the winters are cold and the summers are warm. North Korea depends on foreign aid. The main religions are Buddhism, Christianity, and Judokoy. The national anthem is called
애국가
which means the song of patriotism. North Korea has the command economy where it is controlled by Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un determines what and how things will be produced, who will produce it, and for whom it will be produced for.
To what extent does North Korea's economy control its citizens' economic decisions? Since North Korea has a command economic system, then it would be determined that most of the citizens do not have much control of their economic decisions. Kim Jong-un is very strict and even comes across circumstances of crisis due to his decisions made for his citizens. Many North Koreans don't own cars and live in apartments. One-story homes in big cities are owned by the government, and today only the super rich and wealthy can buy their own homes. They can technically swap houses with other people, but it's illegal to swap for financial advantages.
The supreme leader of North Korea is the chief of state, who was elected by the Supreme People's Assembly. Since the country's liberation from Japanese occupation in 1945, the position has been hereditary. The current chief of state, Kim Jong-un, was elected unopposed after his father's death. The chief of state oversees the country's security and heads the National Defense Commission, NDC. The chief of state also leads the presidium of the Supreme People's Assembly. The Supreme People's Assembly is the legislative branch of North Korea's government. Only one name appears on the ballot paper, which is pre-approved by the Democratic Front for the reunification of the fatherland. So you essentially have no choice. The Assembly gets together a couple times a year in the capital of Pyongyang to approve national budgets and legal amendments and to appoint the leadership and members of the National Defense Commission, Presidium, and Cabinet. The Supreme People's Assembly is thought of as nothing more than a cover, since decisions are drafted by the Workers' Party of Korea and the Presidium. The Central Court is a supreme judicial institution in North Korea. Judges to the court are elected by the Supreme People's Assembly. According to NK News, the residents in each home have no property rights but consider their residency certificates, or ipsojung, as their property deeds. The North Korean economic system does control citizens' economic decisions. North Korea has a command economy where Kim Jong-un controls all economic decisions. He chooses how to answer the 3 economic questions for the whole country.
We found that North Korea has a command economy system where the government controls their citizens' decisions, such as where they live, how they produce goods, who produces them, and much more. After our research, we found that not many countries have this type of economy, and freedom of citizens are not very large. Although many people can feel security from this economy, they are not given the privilege to make their own decisions. Our resources have provided us enough reliable information, so we were able to find out about how many people live in North Korea. Or no, how people live in North Korea. I hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you.
To what extent does North Korea's economy control its citizens' economic decisions? Since North Korea has an I don't want your phone to fall.
Who said you can come in?
Definitely in the video.
Wait, anyway.
You don't zoom in on the face, you do the hands.
Beautiful.
There's so many good blooper parts.
Okay.
Sounds like it's a mess.
No.
Recording.
Okay. North Korea is so
45. The position had been.
Don't talk so fast.
Yeah, I know, and I've gone